Earth had been peaceful for nearly a century. The wars that had once plagued humanity were distant memories, preserved only in history books and the occasional memorial. Global cooperation had replaced global conflict, and technology had advanced to eliminate scarcity. The planet thrived under careful stewardship, its wounds healed, its resources managed with wisdom hard-earned through centuries of mistakes. Captain Thomas Reed stood on the observation deck of the United Earth Defense Ship Vigilant gazing at the blue marble of his homeworld. He remembered the stories his grandmother told him about the resource wars, the climate crisis, the near-extinction event. Those catastrophes had brought humanity to the brink, and then somehow they had pulled back. Beautiful, isn't it? Asked Commander Lisa Moore, joining him at the viewport. Hard to believe our ancestors nearly destroyed it. Thomas nodded. And now we're its guardians. The Vigilant was part of Earth's modest defense fleet, a precautionary measure in a solar system that had never known alien contact. Humanity had detected signals from distant civilizations, even exchanged basic communications, but physical contact remained elusive. The galaxy was vast and faster than light travel, while theoretically possible, remained beyond practical reach for most species. Or so they had thought. The alert sounded without warning. A massive ship had appeared at the edge of the solar system, moving at impossible speeds. All hands to battle stations, Thomas ordered, even as he wrestled with the improbability of the situation. The alien vessel was unlike anything in Earth's database, a blackened, asymmetrical monstrosity that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. "They're hailing us," Lisa reported, her voice steadied despite the tension. Thomas straightened his uniform on screen. The creature that appeared was vaguely humanoid, with gray skin and multifaceted eyes that glittered with intelligence. His translator produced a voice that was eerily melodic. "Greetings, humans of Earth. I am Ambassador Drell of the Galactic Confederation. We have been watching your world for some time." Thomas introduced himself, maintaining the diplomatic protocols established for first contact. "We welcome peaceful exchange with the Galactic Confederation." Drell's expression shifted in a way Thomas couldn't interpret. "Yes, peace. Your world has known much of it recently, but we've studied your history, Captain Reed. You know what you're capable of." Lisa tensed beside him. Thomas kept his voice level. "Our past doesn't define our future, Ambassador. We've evolved beyond those conflicts." "Have you?" Drell's voice carried a note of skepticism. "Or have you simply lacked a worthy adversary?" Before Thomas could respond, Drell continued. "The Confederation has a problem, Captain. The Krell Dominion has expanded aggressively through 3 star systems. They're technologically advanced, ruthless, and seemingly unstoppable." "I'm sorry to hear that," Thomas replied carefully. "But I don't understand what this has to do with Earth. We need soldiers, Captain. Warriors." Drell's multifaceted eyes gleamed, and your species has a particular talent for warfare. Thomas felt a chill. "Earth is peaceful now. We've moved beyond that." "Have you?" Drell repeated. "Or have you simply been dormant?" "We've researched your history thoroughly, Captain. No species in the known galaxy has your capacity for both destruction and innovation in combat." Thomas glanced at Lisa, whose face had gone pale. "You've misunderstood us, Ambassador. We won't fight your wars." "We're not asking you to fight our wars," Drell said. "We're offering you a place in the Confederation, protection, resources, technology beyond your imagination. In exchange for soldiers," Thomas finished flatly. "In exchange for your expertise," Drell corrected. "Your species turned warfare into an art form. You developed strategies that our best military minds consider revolutionary. And then, remarkably, you turned away from it all." The bridge fell silent. Thomas could feel the weight of history pressing down on him. Humanity had fought its way back from the brink of self-destruction. They had promised themselves, never again. "I'm afraid I must decline your offer, Ambassador," Thomas said finally. "Earth remains committed to peace." Drell's expression shifted again. "I see. Then perhaps you should know that the Krell have already detected your world. They're curious about a species that advanced so rapidly in isolation." Thomas felt his blood run cold. "Is that a threat, Ambassador?" "It's a reality, Captain." Drell's voice softened. The galaxy isn't the peaceful place you've been fortunate enough to inhabit. The Krell don't negotiate, they conquer. 3 days later, the United Earth Defense Council convened an emergency session. Representatives from every nation gathered in the ancient halls of Geneva, where peace treaties had once been signed. "We cannot abandon our principles," argued Councillor James Brown, his voice echoing through the chamber. "We've worked too hard for this peace." Councillor Maria Alvarez stood, her eyes hard. "Principles won't protect us from extinction. The Confederation has shown us the Krell battle records. They're unlike anything we've ever imagined." Thomas listened from his seat at the military advisory table. The debate raged for hours, passionate and divided. When it finally came time for him to speak, he stood slowly. "We fought our way back from the edge," he said quietly. "We remember what war costs, but we also remember what surrender costs." He looked around the room. "We don't have to become what we once were, but we must remember what we learned." The vote was unanimous. Earth would not provide troops to the Confederation's war. Instead, they would offer something more valuable: knowledge, strategies, innovations, the bitter lessons of centuries of conflict distilled into wisdom. They would prepare, because the reality the galaxy had discovered was not that Earth was a planet of warriors. It was that Earth was a planet of survivors. They had faced their own demons and won, and if necessary, they would do so again. As the Vigilant Asterisk prepared to escort the Confederation ambassador back to the edge of the solar system, Lisa joined Thomas on the observation deck once more. "Do you think we're doing the right thing?" she asked. Thomas looked at Earth, peaceful and blue. "I think we're doing the only thing we can," he replied. "We're remembering who we are, all of who we are." The galaxy had discovered Earth's reality, not just its capacity for violence, but its capacity for redemption. And in that discovery lay humanity's greatest strength.